Hey, welcome, students. It's a Monday. Um, just want to get back into our lecture today from Unit 1, the middle part of our PowerPoint, talking about decisions and influences. Everybody's making decisions. One decision that has to be made right now is social distancing, choosing to um, stay home instead of going out and doing some normal things that you usually do. But with every decision you have, consequences. When you think of the word consequence, it's a result of your actions or decisions. We think of that usually as a negative consequence, but consequences can be positive. It's just a result of what you do. Um, you get up this morning. You usually are getting ready to go to school. We got 20 minutes before 8 o'clock, and people will be rolling into the school. But right now, you're gonna get up and hopefully do a little bit of remote learning, and and those will be positive consequences for you. So when you make a decision, the PowerPoint talks about uh, an acronym called the Great Decision Model. The word great. Give thought to the problem, review your choices, review the consequences, assess and choose the best one, and then think it over afterwards. Now, you think about decisions, and then with our first um, discussion I had last week about your 6 components of health, your decisions can impact those components that you have. Your mental, social, emotional, physical, spiritual, environmental components. When you have decisions, you have people that influence you. You think about your influences in your life. It's probably your family, your friends. Maybe the media stuff that people posted could be an influence for you. Hopefully, they're positive. When you think about those are like role models to you. Um, but think about your influences. If it's your friends, it could be peer pressure. That's a feeling you should do something that most of the time you don't want to do, but it's what your friends want you to do. But if you have that good social component, those pressures are usually pretty positive. Um, think about positive influences in your life and negative influences in your life. And with those pressures, with peer pressure, there's usually two types of pressure. There's direct pressure and indirect pressure. Most of the time, we're dealing with direct pressure. People are asking you to do something. Hey, come over Friday night. Hey, forget about social distancing. We're gonna have a get together. But direct pressure, that's the pressure that results from someone who tries to convince you to do something you normally do not want to do. And then indirect pressure is the pressure that results from being swayed to do something because people you look up to are doing it, or people away from you are doing it. So, great examples of that are, television ads. People are trying to sell a product, and we want to wear certain clothing. Um, ladies maybe wear certain makeup, guys want to wear certain shoes because people you look up to are doing those things. So when you talk about peer pressure, you have to be able to make a decision that helps you say no to avoid those negative consequences. Those are called refusal skills. And usually during class, we usually do skits where we get in groups and we talk about refusal skills. For us, I just want you to think about some types of refusal skills that you can use besides saying no. Um, that's doesn't happen too much. If you just say, "Hey, no, I'm not going to do it," um, usually the people that are pressuring you are going to try to find different ways to make you change your decision. So sometimes, some examples are walking away, stating the consequences, um, choosing an alternative activity. But for me, a lot of times, before I make a decision, I want to think about it more. So I usually just, for them that, they ask me a question, they want an immediate response. And I just say, hey, I'll let you know here at the end of the day. and that helps me gather my thoughts so I don't make a poor decision. And then with decisions, the PowerPoint talks about goal setting, and you make these decisions. Definitely, they can affect your goals that you have in life. Um, I'm not gonna have you do an activity of writing down what your goals are, but hopefully everybody has goals. Um, you know, for you guys, I'm sure is trying to stay sane during this time of being different. I mean, you gotta have things that you do to habits that you form that helps you get through these tough times. And so goals are something that you can look towards or hope to achieve. For me personally, I wanted to be a head football coach. um, 9 years ago, I accomplished that goal by coming here to Alney. um, and then I have other goals in my life, to be the best version of me, and that takes work every day. And so hopefully you guys have goals. Just understand they can be adjusted. They give you direction, help you stay focused. With the goals, when you're thinking about goals, there's suggestions for setting goals. There's 6 of them that you have on your key topics that you need to make sure you have down. Those are safe, satisfying, sensible, similar, specific, and supported. And for some people, making an action plan, set of directions that'll help you reach your goal is an easy way, because you put it down on paper. That helps you solidify what that goal is about. The last part of this unit is going to talk about self-esteem, and it's going to talk about different mental health issues. And hopefully I want you to spend time this week. I'm not going to uh, have any major assignments this week, um, but I want you to look up some mental health disorders and just think about those and how those can change your life. Um, and so we're going to talk about self-esteem um, next week, and then get into some um, defense mechanisms, and you know end up talking about stress and different forms of handling and different ways to handle those stressors. So our last discussion next week, it'll get pretty impactful. So during this week, all I'm asking you to do is to look up some mental health disorders, and by next week we'll hit on a few of those, and we'll have a good discussion about how to deal with those. Hopefully you have a great week this week. If you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to email me or get on Schoology and message me through there. I appreciate everybody putting in a lot of good time and a lot of good work into their assignments that I've asked so far. Hey, have a great week.